In today's video, we'll be showing y'all the top 5 meta SMG loadouts in Warzone 4. If you enjoyed today's video, leave a like for your boys. If we can break 400 likes, comment share to be on the screen. Let's get right on to these amazing top 5 SMG meta loadouts in Warzone 4. Coming in at the number 5 spot, we have got the saug SMG. This is such an underrated SMG, man. No one's talking about this SMG, and it is one of the best meta SMGs in the game when you use the right setup. Coming from your boy HAYDZ, let's get right onto this first attachment. With the first attachment, you're going to want to put on the compensator, man. This is the best muzzle in the game for all SMGs. It's going to reduce that vertical recoil control and overall just make this gun completely broken, man. So definitely put on the compensator. This is the best attachment to put on for the muzzle. For the barrel, we will then put on the long barrel. Now, some people say use the reinforced because it gives us more damage range and bullet velocity, but the long barrel gives us a tiny bit more damage range. Yes, it's not going to give us that bullet velocity that it does on the reinforced, but if you put this long barrel on, it's going to boost the damage range a bit more than the reinforced and make this thing completely broken. The bullet velocity is already crazy overpowered on this gun, so if you put on the long barrel, the damage range is just broken. So put this barrel on right now. For the underbarrel, we will then put on the vertical foregrip. Now, this is going to give us, once again, we've got that muzzle on that compensator for that vertical recoil control. This underbarrel is going to reduce the horizontal recoil control, so that's the opposite recoil. Put on the vertical foregrip right now. It's the best underbarrel for recoil control horizontal. As you can see on the screen, there is no other underbarrel in the game that gives us as much of help for the horizontal recoil than the vertical foregrip. So definitely put on this underbarrel right now. It is crazy good. For the magazine, we will then put on the extended mag 2. Now you're probably thinking, HAYDZ, why are you going to put this thing on? Probably should put on the extended mag 1 because it gives us that 45 round magazine and it's not going to take off as much mobility. Well, guess what? When you're playing quads, first of all, this gun runs out of ammo very quick. It's a very, very fast shooting weapon. So you're going to have the extended mag 2 for that 55 round magazine. It's 10 more than the magazine 1 and it's going to help so much. If you're playing solos, yes, you can put on the extended mag 1, but if you're playing quads, which most people do, even trios or duos, you're going to need the extended mag 2. So definitely put this thing on right now. For the final attachment that you do want to put on, we're going to go to the rear grip, and then you're going to put on the CQB grip. This is going to give us that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, and sprint to fire speed as well. So definitely put on this rear grip right now. This is going to boost the handling on the gun so much and make this thing completely broken, man. So if you put on the CQB grip and you put on all the other attachments I've shown y'all, you will have the most broken, insane meta saug setup in Warzone 4. This is the best class setup for the saug in Warzone 4. It's coming at the number 5 spot for a reason. It is such a great SMG. If you put all these attachments on, you'll have a broken setup with the saug. Put this thing on. Let's get right onto the top 4 spot. Coming in at the number 4 spot, we have the MP5, aka the C9. Now, this SMG is always going to be one of my favorite, man. There's something about the MP5 that just makes you move different. You feel different, man. You feel like Joe Woe moving around. You feel like you're moving around crazy, okay? Let's get right onto the setup, man, straight away. For the muzzle, now you're probably thinking, HAYDZ, put on the compensator. Well, guess what? This gun, for some reason, feels different, in my opinion, with the suppressor, okay? You're probably thinking, HAYDZ, that's crazy. You want to put the compensator on for less recoil, but the suppressor's gonna, obviously, you're not gonna be heard on the minimap. You're not gonna be seen as a red dot on the minimap, and no one's gonna hear you when you're shooting. So I highly recommend putting the suppressor on this C9, this MP5 setup right now, because I'm telling y'all, you will be stealthy. You'll be moving like a ninja with this MP5, and the movement is just crazy. Put on the suppressor right now. Trust me. Okay, after the suppressor, you then want to go to the barrel, and you either want to put on the long barrel, okay, long barrel or the reinforce. Now the choice really is yours. I'm putting on the long barrel once again. Look, the reinforce is good for that damage range and bullet velocity, but the long barrel is just different. Like I said, it gives us more damage range, just a little bit more, that makes this thing completely broken. So put this barrel on right now. After the barrel, you then want to go to the underbarrel once again, and you're going to want to put on the vertical foregrip. Okay, this is going to reduce all that horizontal recoil control and make this gun have literally 0 recoil up close. Such a great SMG to use, and when you put this underbarrel on, I'm telling y'all, it is broken. Now, if you do want a, second opinion for an underbarrel, another underbarrel to use, I'd probably put on the Ranger, okay? That's because that's going to help with the horizontal, obviously not as much horizontal recoil control on the vertical, but it's also going to give us that sprinting movement speed as well. So the choice is yours. If you want a bit more movement speed but less recoil, you can put on the Ranger. If you want really good recoil control, yeah, just put on the vertical. I'm putting on the vertical, so put this thing on. After the underbarrel, you then want to go to the magazine. and put on the extended mag 1. Now, I've never really liked the 50 round mag on an MP5. I feel like it's just too much. Plus, this gun doesn't shoot as fast as all the other SMGs. It still shoots really fast, but the 40, you're fine with the 40 rounds in squads, okay? So definitely put on the extended magazine right now. It is very good, and it's perfect, okay? It's actually perfect to put this thing on. Finally, for the final attachment, in my opinion, I'm going to the stock, and I am putting on the no stock attachment. I don't know what it is, man, but no stock on the MP5 is different. That's what I'm saying. It is different. Okay, you put the no stock on, your movement is cracked. Now, yes, it's gonna help. Sorry, not help. It's gonna hurt the recoil a bit. Okay, obviously it will. It's the no stock attachment. Now, it doesn't say here, but it definitely will. It will hurt it a lot. If you can control recoil, put on the no stock, man. You'll be moving crazy and you'll hit all your shots. If you want a decent, stock that doesn't really hurt recoil, put on the balanced stock, man. Put it on. You're going to get strafing movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and aim walking movement speed as well. So the choice is yours. I'm putting on no stock. Put on the no stock attachment and you'll have the best MP5 setup in the game. This is the most broken MP5 setup in Warzone 4. Put on all these attachments and you'll have a broken setup. You'll love it, I'm telling y'all. Just give it a go. Put this thing on. Let's get into the number 3 spot for the SMGs. For the number 3 spot, we have the Tanto 22. Now, this gun is pretty similar to the Uzi and the WSP9, man. It shoots slow, so it's like or even a bit slower than that, but the damage is through the roof. It is absolutely crazy. I'm going to stop talking. Let's get right onto the setup. For the muzzle, now you're going to want to put on the compensator, not the suppressor this time. The compensator, we need to reduce a bit of recoil on this gun, and putting on the compensator is going to reduce that vertical recoil a ton and make this thing completely broken. Put on the compensator right now. I'm telling y'all, this is such an amazing setup for you guys to use, and is overall just going to help you guys so much with that recoil control. So put on the compensator right now. For the barrel, you then want to put on the reinforced barrel. Now, the reinforced barrel on this gun I prefer over the long barrel because we get more bullet velocity, and I prefer a bit more bullet velocity on this gun. I'm not gonna lie. Yes, the damage range isn't as much as the long barrel, but the bullet velocity on this thing is crazy. If you put on this barrel, it is broken. I am telling y'all, you gotta listen to me. Put on the reinforced barrel right now. I'm telling y'all. For the underbarrel, we're actually not gonna use the underbarrel, but for the magazine, we are definitely gonna put on either. Hang on. What are we gonna put on? 40. I think we're gonna put on the 40. Yeah, we'll put on the 40. 40 is perfect. Okay, this gun doesn't shoot quick. The damage is crazy. You don't need the 50. Okay, you don't. It's gonna hurt the mobility so much and the handling as well. It's not worth it. Put on the extended mag 1 and you will not regret it. I'm telling y'all, put this thing on. Okay, for the next attachment, we're gonna go to the stock and we're gonna put on the no stock. Now, reason being is we're putting on the no stock is it barely hurts the recoil control. Okay, this gun still has 0 recoil with no stock on. That is the biggest yes you can ever ask for. If you put on the no stock, you're gonna get so much mobility, as you can see on the screen. Hip fire movement speed, strafing movement speed, and you're gonna have the same amount of recoil. So put on the no stock right now to boost the mobility through the roof. For the final attachment, we're gonna go to the fire mods and put on the overpressured. Now, this makes this gun specifically broken. Okay, I don't really run overpressured on any other SMG, but we've already got bullet velocity for, I think it was barrel, because we put on the reinforced. That gives us more bullet velocity. Now we're putting on the overpressured to boost the bullet velocity through the roof and make this one of the most broken SMGs. That's why it's coming at the number 3 spot, man. It is such a great SMG to use. Put this overpressured on and you will have the most broken Tanto 22 setup in the game. This is the most broken Tanto 22 class setup in Warzone 4. This is why it's coming in at the number 3 spot. It is such a great SMG to use. The damage is through the roof. Let's get right on to the number 2 spot for the meta SMGs. Coming in at the number 2 spot, we have the Jackal PDW, man. This SMG is crazy good. Now, it was very close wire to wire with another SMG. It's secret. You'll see it in the number 1 spot. It was very close, okay? But I feel like this is a close second, man. This last SMG is crazy. Let's get right onto the setup for the Jackal. For the muzzle, we did put on the compensator, man. This is going to give us that vertical recoil control and just make this gun have no recoil, okay? Now, why people use this Jackal PDW setup is because it shoots so fast. It is crazy. It shoots insanely fast. Okay, so putting on the compensator is going to reduce a lot of the recoil and make this thing really, really good. Okay, it's going to make it really, really good. So put on the compensator right now. We're going to go over to the barrel now. We're going to choose from either the long barrel or the reinforced. Me personally, I'm putting on the reinforced on this thing. It's going to give us that bullet velocity, damage range, and I want bullet velocity on this gun. It shoots very quickly, so if we get a fast and long bullet velocity, we'll be killing kids within 2 seconds, man. So put on this reinforced barrel. can put on the long barrel if you want. I actually don't mind. It's going to boost the damage range a bit more if you want a tiny bit more damage, but I'm going for that bullet velocity as well. Obviously, this barrel gives us damage range, not as much as the long barrel, but I'm going with the reinforce on this gun. Put on the reinforce right now. Now, we're going to go to the magazine. And for the magazine, we're going to put on the extended mag 2. Reason being is because this gun runs out of ammo so quick. And you need to put on, obviously, you need to put on a lot of ammo. Okay, so we're putting on the extended mag 2 for that 50 round magazine. So definitely put this on. Now, I think we're going to go to... What are we going to go to? We're going to go to the rear grip and we're going to put on the CQB grip, okay? Reason why we're putting this on is, once again, for that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, and sprint to fire speed as well. The CQB grip on this SMG, and I think it was, what was the other SMG? The saug, I think? Broken. Absolutely broken. It's going to help so much with that movement speed and that slide speed. I wouldn't really recommend the CQB on another SMG, really, other than the saug and obviously the jackal PDW, but the choice is yours. You can really put it on, man, but it's just going to take a little bit of recoil off. This gun's already got no recoil, so we're going to put on the CQB grip. Finally, on this gun, it is literally a no-brainer. We're going to go to the stock, and then we're going to put on the balanced stock. This is going to give us that aim walking movement speed, hip fire movement speed, and strafing movement speed, man. It's going to overall make this gun completely broken and help y'all so much with that mobility. Look at the bottom right there. That green bar goes up so much, man. Put on the balance stock, put on all of the other attachments I've shown y'all, and you'll have the most broken jackal PDW in the entire game. This is the best class setup for the jackal PDW in Warzone 4, man. I know you're waiting for the #1 spot. Without further ado, let's get right on to the best #1 SMG in Warzone 4. The PP919 Bison is the best SMG in Warzone 4 right now. It's the best. Okay, I think that's how you pronounce it. PP919, PP919, whatever you want to call it. It is by far the best SMG in the game right now, and I'm so happy it is, man. Because in previous Warzones, this SMG was terrible. Okay, I'm not gonna lie. In Warzone 1, it was terrible. Did they have it in Warzone 2? I'm pretty sure they did. It was terrible. In Warzone 3, it was terrible. But in Warzone 4, this SMG is different. The damage is through the roof, and it kills people like that. Let's get right onto the setup. For the muzzle, we are going to put on the compensator. Put on the compensator right now. It's going to, and now for this gun only, out of all SMGs, it helps with both the horizontal and vertical recoil. I'm pretty sure the compensator only helped with, I think it was either horizontal and vertical, only one of them. That was it. But on this gun, it helps with both. So it's a no-brainer. Put on the compensator right now for this weapon. It's going to boost the recoil control so much. Put it on. For the barrel, we are going to put on the long barrel. Reason being, actually, you know what? Reinforce. We're putting on the reinforce. Now, reason being we're going to do this is we want bullet velocity on this gun. Since it's the best SMG in the game and it can literally kill so quick, we want bullet velocity as well so then the damage doesn't drop off. Okay, so put on the reinforce right now. Can put on the long barrel. I'm not upset if you do. Okay, if you want a bit more damage, you can put on the long barrel, but I'm telling y'all, the reinforce is the way to go for this gun. So put this thing on. After the reinforce, you want to go over to the rear grip, and you're going to want to put on the CQB grip. I lied. Okay, this rear grip is insane. It is actually insane. Second thought, you can put on any SMG you want. This thing is so good. It's going to help with that dive to fire speed, slide to fire speed, and sprint to fire speed. Those are 3 crucial stats on an SMG that you want to boost, man. You want to be moving around quick with this thing, and putting on the CQB grip is going to do that. So after the CQB grip, we're going to go to the stock, and we're going to put on the balance stock. This is going to give us aim walking movement speed, hip fire movement speed, strafing movement speed. That is 4 pros that are crucial on any SMG in the entire game. It's going to boost the movement speed a ton, make this thing completely broken. You're going to be literally moving around absolutely crazy with this thing. Put this thing on right now, and then for the final attachment, we're going to go to the fire mods, and we're going to put on the overpressured. This is going to boost the bullet velocity once again, and it's going to make this thing completely broken. Okay, it's going to boost the bullet velocity through the roof, and I really like overpressured. If you do have it unlocked on any SMG, you can put it on because it boosts bullet velocity, and I feel like bullet velocity is key, especially damage range. So if you put on this fire mod, you put on all the attachments I've shown y'all, you'll literally have best SMG in Warzone 4 right now. Comment down below what you think of these top 5 meta SMG loadouts. If you want me to do them in the future, definitely leave a like down below, man. Appreciate all the love and support on the banger videos for Warzone 4. Love y'all. I'll see you guys in the next one.